Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Melanie Mills, Toasted Blonde. Today we're going to talk about all the things I learned from doing DIY hair for 1 year. 2018, the whole year I did DIY hair, so stick with me. I've got some rules and good things for you. I'm Melanie, Toasted Blonde. I like makeup and hair and DIY and all kinds of fun things. I try and put out 2 videos a week. Lately I've been slacking big time, but please subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's jump right in. Somewhere last year, right in like January 2018, I decided I was gonna do my own hair. I was not gonna pay for the hairdresser to highlight or color anymore, and so I was going to take it upon myself, and I had a disastrous year. I call it my eternal quest for ashy blonde hair. In fact, I've called it that for many years, even going to the hairdressers, because you think you know what you're going to get, but it never comes out quite the way you want. So my eternal quest for ashy blonde hair took many weird turns this year. Blue shampoo disaster ended up turning my hair blue. So let's talk about the 10 things I learned. Okay, let's talk about what I've learned. I have a list, so I'm going to look down at it occasionally, but I want to talk about the first thing you must know about hair color is the color wheel. Yes, boom, there it is, the color wheel. I will link down below. If you have time to spend an afternoon learning from this guy, I think his name was Max Eli, a whole series of like maybe 4 videos on color theory and hair dye theory. It was amazing, okay? I'll link them down below. It's quite a few hours worth of watching, but you learn all about, okay, like to cancel blue hair, you need orange, okay? To cancel yellow, brassiness, yellow, you need purple. Green cancels red. Here, the whole color wheel thing, okay? Okay, so number 2, brown hair is actually blue hair. I know. Okay, well, Max Eli in his video, he shows, okay, so say you have perfectly brown hair, blackish brown hair, you know, just mousy brown hair, it doesn't really matter. Brown hair is blue. The first thing that gets stripped off when you lighten it is the blue. So that's why it goes from brown hair to red to yellow, okay? So important. That is so freaking important. I don't know where it's going to go on my screen. This way? I think it's going to go this way. We'll see. Okay, so important. So brown hair is blue. So the first thing that you lose is your blue. So you have to add, actually brown hair isn't just blue. Brown hair has the yellow pigments, yellow, red, and blue. But the first thing that goes away is the blue. So when you highlight it, you're going from brown to red to yellow. See? So you lose the blue, okay? Blows your mind, I know, okay? Stupid. Okay, number 3. I just spit. Number 3, the third thing I learned is when you're bleaching your hair and you think you're going too light, don't stop at orange. Just don't stop at orange. Don't stop at red. Don't stop at orange. Go to yellow. If you stop at orange, it's almost impossible to get rid of the orange. It's so easy to have orange hair. Go past the orange. You've got to get to yellow, okay? Or to white. White's really tough. Don't go to white. Go to yellow, then you can tone it, but don't stop when it's orange. Just leave it longer, okay? Stick with it. Number 4, I learned because I stopped at orange. Number 4 is this whole color wheel theory is really great in theory. In reality, adding color to color ends up looking like mud. That's why you have to go all the way to yellow. Okay, go to yellow. Do not stop at orange or red because it's so hard. When you have red hair and you're adding a greenish brown to it, it really looks like murky cesspool hair. It just does, and then you've just got to clarify it out and start all over again. I mean, look at me, tell me, I know, okay? I'm due. I've been doing something to my hair like every month or more for a year. Okay. When your hair turns to mud, you will learn Number 5 is dish soap is your friend. It is the perfect clarifying shampoo. It will strip all that muddiness out that you've screwed up. Or if you want to try something new, like you've got it brown and you want to go more of a rose color like I've been thinking about, I've got to strip this out, all the color that I've put on it. And so I spent about a week washing, or longer if possible, with dish soap. Who knew? Who knew? Number 6. Number 6 is there are 3 different types of dyes. There is the permanent, the demi-permanent, and the semi-permanent. The question is, do you need a developer? It doesn't matter what kind of developer, 10, 20, 30, 40, I think some people even use 50 volume, okay? When there is a developer included, it is a permanent or a demi-permanent. Okay, so you have this hair vault. This is the best way to explain it. You have hair, right? Okay, inside it is the cuticle. If you're using a developer, it's opening it up and the dye is going inside it to the cuticle. If you have a developer, it's going into the cuticle. If there's no developer, it's just like painting it on the outside. That is a semi-permanent. Does that make sense? I hope so. It will clear up a lot of confusion in your brain, okay? Number 7. Number 7 is that when you are using a toner, you use a developer, okay? Developers, remember, opens it up. Developers lighten your hair. Every time you use a toner, like to tone your nice highlights, your roots, it's impossible to keep it off the roots. Your roots are going to be lightened. It's every single time if you're doing DIY hair, toner lightens your roots. Not that way, but that's essentially what happens because the developer lightens your roots, so that's what happens. Toner lightens your roots. It doesn't just, so like, I may use a pretty toner and this will turn ashy, right? And it's really kind of cool, but then my roots turn orange. That's what happens to me. I use a 10 volume. Who knew? Number 8 is so intuitive. You should know this. I should know this. But for some reason, when you start doing your hair, like all logic goes out the door. Treat different parts of your hair differently. Look, this white blonde obviously should be treated different than the dark roots. What happens is you want to do something like, say I'm trying to get rid of this orange, right? And what color theory tells us? Color theory would tell us to get rid of the orange, you need to add blue. Okay, so say I use a blue shampoo because I'm thinking it's gonna get rid of this. What happens when you use a blue shampoo is the top part will look muddy. This next part will turn the exact shade that you want it to turn. But then the yellow part will turn more of a greenish color, very ashy, okay? And then the white part of your hair will turn blue. And you know what? The damaged white part is so porous that it just sucks in that blue and you can't get rid of it. So treat different parts of your hair differently and try and keep it separate. There's like multi-phases that you have to do to attain the preferred colors, okay? And then one more thing, along with this, they don't stay in one place. So even though you're trying to treat them separately, it does kind of all meld down. So say I treat my roots differently, it's going to, with shampoos, you know, fade all into it. It does all come everywhere. It's impossible to keep it separately, but when you're doing it, do it separately. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Okay. So excited. It's been so long since I filmed a video, and so like, life is just kicking my ass lately. Okay, number 9. This is a fun one. Okay, I've got 2 more. 2 more. Number 9 is, I have the flattest freaking hair in the world. But you know what? Overprocessed hair is fun. Overprocessed hair is amazing. It like dries in a flash. It has volume like you wouldn't believe. So like, okay, I may hate my overprocessed hair, but I'm having the best time having overprocessed hair imaginable because it's not flat and droopy into my face all the time. I am so happy for my overprocessed hair. And number 10, sometimes it just doesn't frickin' work. Okay, sometimes you'll buy a dye and you'll leave it on your hair for 45 minutes. A pink dye I might put on my hair for 45 minutes and wash it off, and it'll be like a hint of it, you know, residual hint. And then the next day you wash it again and it's completely gone. Sometimes whatever you do doesn't take at all. It could be because your hair is too processed. It could be that there's another something on it. But I mean, I've told you about the clarifying shampoo and dish soap, so you have to, you know, clear your hair out before, because dye doesn't take to other dye. You can't over dye hair or it becomes mud. But then sometimes you can't even do it because it doesn't, it just comes out. It just sometimes doesn't work. I don't know all the rules. I'm going to be doing this for another year, and I'm hoping next year I will come to you with like step-by-step rules for why sometimes it doesn't work. Specific rules, because I've seen countless videos on why it doesn't work and it just lists them. But I want to tell you that, like, oh, if you've bleached your hair and you add a semi-permanent color, what can go wrong? And so I'm going to continue my quest for ashy blonde hair and having fun dyeing my hair. And thanks for watching. I'm Melanie Mills. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.